Yeah, so the question that I have though becomes if there is, let's say that Tesla is able to make 3 million vehicles in 2027 or 5 million or anywhere between 3 and 5 million vehicles. And if the fleets are saying, I'll buy all those. Or Tesla can see that they have enough units.
It's a different car for a different use case. A passenger car owned by a person is a different car than a car made for the ride-hail business. Two different use cases, two different products, two different channels, and you sell both.
But my question is, Larry, you're a business guy. If I was selling to I used to sell padlocks a million years ago. I was selling bicycle shops because they use padlocks, locksmiths. Let's just use those two examples. If all of a sudden the bicycle shops said, we'll buy out all of your capacity. We want all of your capacity and we'll pay you more than if you continue to sell to the locksmiths, because the locksmiths don't have as good a use case as the bike shops do, because bicycles are being stolen every day. So we really need those padlocks. We'll pay you more.
Same padlock, two different customer bases. One customer base sells large amounts, another one sells small amounts. That's a different case. I'm talking about two different use cases, two different products.
So if you're looking at a Model 3 or a Model Y, it can be a robotaxi. It's very easy to remove the steering wheel if you wish to, and remove the brakes, remove the pedals.
Mind you, that's not entirely true.
Well, but you have however if you need a 4-passenger vehicle for some use cases in the robotaxi world, it's pretty easy to get that 4-passenger vehicle if you need it. Whether you leave the
4-passenger vehicle for a robotaxi for a cybercab will be a different form factor to a Model 3 or a Model Y. Trust me, it's different.
Okay.
Why is it different? Because the doors have to open differently. The passenger seating has to be a different format. I mean, look at this. Have you sat in a cybercab?
I have not.
Well, it's a different seating entirely to the seating in a Model S, a Model Y. Completely different.
Right.
Don't think that two front seats in a Model Y. Not at all.
Right.
It's a bench seat for a start.
Right.
It's not something that can be converted from one to the other. It doesn't have a central console. It has this massive luggage space. It's a different vehicle. It's made out of different material. It has different lasting qualities. It has different charging, a different battery profile. You're talking about a different use case.
All right. So if you're saying that Elon's position, his sense is that it's no longer about selling units. Units have a maximum value, whatever they can do competing with all the other folks that are out there, they've got a maximum value in terms of profit. But if you turn that production capacity over, assuming enough people demanding it, if you turn that production capacity over to a version, it doesn't even have to be a version, it can be a completely new vehicle, but you have X amount of space in your factory to make things. If you turn that over to making robotaxis because you believe the demand is there.
Why turn it over? Just add more production capacity to your robotaxi line. I mean, what's wrong with increment? Look, every dollar of incremental revenue falls straight to the bottom line because you don't have additional overhead. I mean, the whole value so one of the most important advantages that Tesla have over all the other players in this space is they have 400 locations in the United States,
right?
240 service centers, and then a whole lot of other locations. Those locations exist because they sell vehicles to end users.
Right.
Those locations, with additions and with additional management, but additions that are easily added when you scale and when you have the scale already. It means that your robotaxi business is all profits accrue directly to the bottom line because of this huge, value add, because of this, leverage, operating leverage.
Right.
If you deleverage the operating leverage, it's a negative. Why would you stop doing what you're doing so successfully? You're selling almost 2 million units a year. When your robotaxis get to 2, 3, 4 million a year and start, the vehicle line is still going to be selling in that kind of quantity, if not more. And it's a huge business.
Okay, so why will a consumer in let's call it 2028, let's go out a little further than what I said a minute. Why will a consumer in 2028, why will somebody that's commuting to work and commuting to church and commuting?
That's not the person who's commuting to work and commuting to church is not going to buy a car.
Okay, they're not going to buy cars anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's going to buy the cars?
The person who's going to buy the cars who takes his family out every weekend. The person who's buying his car goes on long road trips together with the family. The person who's going to buy a car is a person with a fairly significant amount of additional income. Yeah, with wealth. And even those who are not wealthy use their cars for, getting around to do service work and who carry their tools and their whole gig in the car. There are so many use cases for a car ownership that to argue that the cars are going to go away is crazy.
All right, so here's my take on that, Larry. So I agree with you. All right, let's take you've just bought a Cybertruck a year and a half ago. So you got your Cybertruck. 2 or 3 years from now, you've still got your Cybertruck, which can be your weekend car. It can be your getaway car.
I've got a Cybertruck and I've got a Model 3.
Right. But
my wife has a Model 3.
You have all kinds of cars you don't need.
Those Model 3s are going to go away. The Cybertruck's not going to go away.
Right. So you're going to go from 3 to 1.
Yeah.
And you'll have that Cybertruck.
Yep.
So people all across the country, even people that are only making 100,000 a year, 150,000 a year, currently have 2 cars, will probably go down to 1.
Yep.
They'll keep that weekend car, but they won't buy another weekend car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that the other car companies, they'll be out of business. There's nobody.
Well, I'm not saying that cars aren't going to go down in volume.
Okay.
I'm just saying that Tesla has the opportunity of continuing to increase its market share.
Yeah. Okay.
Beyond where they are today, even though they've stalled or even reduced their total global market share.
Oh, Larry, on that side of the coin, I couldn't agree more. I've been saying that I think the best feature that's going to ever be added to the car is unsupervised self-driving. And so therefore, I believe the potential for Tesla unit sales in the future are huge. I'm saying there's going to be a transition day. It'll be the day that people said, no, I'm never going to buy another flip phone. It's going to be the day that somebody said, I'm never going to buy another DVD. There's going to be this day when it's going to become a zeitgeist change where people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to get rid of that car that I've already paid for, but I'm never going to buy another car.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.